guys, welcome back. Today we are talking about the Tortured Poets Department, which is Taylor Swift's upcoming album. This Friday, April 19th, is in 5 days. That's actually crazy. So basically what I'm gonna do in this video is analyze most of the tracks and some of the hints Taylor Swift and Taylor Nation have dropped. So, without further ado, let's begin. Track 5 is titled So Long London. If you didn't already know, Taylor Swift track 5s always have really sad lyrics. Some of them aren't sad songs in themselves, like Delicate and Wish You Would. Like, you're dancing to that. Like, you're throwing a beat to that. Like, you are dancing. But when you look at the lyrics, it's like sad, because it's like in Delicate, she's like so scared to jump into this love. She's scared to even think of him without his permission, and it's like crazy. And in I Wish You Would, I think that's track 5 in 1989. Don't hold me to that. But in Wish You Would, she's like so sad and wants him to come back to her and stuff like that. And then we have My Tears Ricochet, which kind of speaks for itself. So just because it's not like a really sad song like My Tears Ricochet, it doesn't mean doesn't qualify as a track 5. Her track 5s have always been depressing, just maybe not the beat. It's always the lyrics. Lyrics is what's important. Track 5 is titled So Long London, and it is possibly a nod to Lover's track 11 London Boy, which is about Joe Alwyn. So we have reason to assume that So Long London will be about Joe Alwyn and the whole album. The exact time of the track is 9 minutes and 28 seconds, which may have to do with Taylor and Joe's anniversary, which is September 28th, or 9/28. Also, in a cover of September that Taylor Swift recorded by Earth, Wind & Fire, she changed the lyrics to 28th instead of 21st. Because, like, the lyrics is, dancing in September. It's like something, hold on, let me look at the lyrics. I actually don't know. Oh, okay, I just remembered. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Well, she changed it to the 28th when she did the cover of that song. So, okay. Track 6 is titled But Daddy, I Love Him. Not only was Harry Styles seen wearing a shirt that says this, but it's also a quote from The Little Mermaid, which came out in 1989. So I actually watched this movie recently because I have a little sister. So we watched this movie recently, and she doesn't say but, she just says Daddy, I love him. So maybe it's like paraphrasing. I don't know. Maybe she changed it for song purposes, but anyways, it's not a direct quote, but it is a quote. Kind of a paraphrasing quote from The Little Mermaid. Track 12 is titled LOML, which is believed to commonly be the abbreviation of Love of My Life, but Taylor could be using it for something else. This is also, to my knowledge, the first time she has ever abbreviated a phrase on her official track list. It could be a nod to the Swifties, because we do this all the time with her longer song names. It is also It is also the only lowercase track title on the whole album. Track 13 is titled I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. 13 is Taylor Swift's lucky number. And I think of this track when I watch early Eras Tour videos of her performing Lover, because it's about Joe. And she had already, she broke up with him the second month of the Eras Tour, was when actually, I don't know if that's true. That's when the rumors surfaced. So, going back and watching early videos of her performing it is really sad. And also, we'll get to this later, but Lover is in the Denial playlist. Track 16 is titled Clara Bow. Clara Bow was an American actress during the 1920s silent era of films and made the successful transition to sound films in the late 20s and early 30s. She was also called the original It Girl. An It Girl is a common phrase used today to describe a young woman who has achieved celebrity because of her social lifestyle. The Swifties have reason to believe that this track will be similar to Folklore's Track 3, The Last Great American Dynasty. Also, 16, Clara Bow, minus 3, The Last Great American Dynasty. 16 minus 3 is 13. And then we have bonus tracks. Track 16 is titled The Manuscript. This is the first track that we knew the title of. Because when she first announced the Tortured Poets Department, she, like at the Grammys, she said that it was gonna have I remember, sorry. At the Grammys, when she announced the Tortured Poets Department, was it the Grammys? I think it was. Yeah, it was the Grammys. Okay. At the 2024 Grammys, when she announced the album, it first came out only because we have different variants, but the first variant was the Manuscript, and that was the only track we knew the title of before she released the full track list. So, I don't know if that will be significant or not. Another bonus track is called The Black Dog, and the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven came out in 1989. Other details, we'll get to more, there's a lot more. Other details, featuring artists include Post Malone on track 1, titled Fortnite, and Florence and the Machine on track 8, titled Florida. Also, 3 exclamation points in Florida could possibly represent the 3 Tampa Eras tour dates in April, which is when the rumors surfaced was April, literally during those shows. The release date is April 19th, which is 10 days before April 29th. Do you really want to know why it was April 29th? High fidelity. It said that Taylor Swift and all her friends unfollowed Joe on social media on April 19th, 2023. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Black Dog. I wanted to look at this, so I researched it, and I found a few different things. Black Dog in folklore, not the album, like actual folklore, is an omen of death. Black Dog is also a 1998 movie. Taylor Swift would have been 8 years old. May 8th, because the movie came out in May, and Taylor Swift was 8 years old, so May 8th, is the opening date of the Reputation tour. The Black Dog edition, Folklore, her album, and Reputation are all black and white albums, like the album cover. So that's so awesome. That's awesome. And then the release date, April 19th, 2024. On April 19th, 1775, the Revolutionary War began, which is, if you don't know, which is where the Americans went to war with Britain. Taylor Swift is American, and Joe is British. Also, World War I was also called the Great War, because they had no idea World War II was coming. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you listen to the Great War, because at the end, she says, we survived the Great War, which, like, okay, let me put this into perspective. There's a soldier, and he's like, oh, we survived the Great War, because he had no idea, because it was also, the Great War was also World War I. They had no idea World War II was coming. So, oh my gosh, April 8th Lyric League. That was the eclipse. She says, okay, I think she says crowd goes wild at her fingertips, half moon shine full eclipse. Something like that. But the crowd goes wild at her fingertips. And if you have watched the Eras Tour movie, you will know right before she performs The Man, she does something where she's like, let me try something. And then she's like, psh. And then she points her finger around the whole crowd. And as she's pointing her finger around the crowd, whatever area she's pointing at will start cheering. And then when she goes like that, the whole crowd, everyone cheers. So she does that before she performs The Man. And that's what I thought of when I saw that lyric. And then we have Taylor Swift's Denial playlist, which is also called I Love You, It's Ruining My Life songs. It was released April 5th, 2024. It's like an official Taylor Swift thing, like she put this together and released it on Apple Music. Apple describes Lavender Haze as love-drunk oblivion, and Style, Taylor's version, and Treacherous, Taylor's version, as starlit collision courses. Also, in a message from Taylor, she says, "This is a list of songs about getting so caught up in the idea of something that you have a hard time seeing the red flags, possibly resulting in some moments of denial and maybe a little bit of delusion." So that's crazy. So these are the tracks on this song: Lavender Haze, Snow on the Beach, featuring more Lana Del Rey, but only that one. Sweet Nothing, Glitch, Betty, Willow, Cruel Summer, Lover, Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince, False God, Style, Wildest Dreams, Treacherous, Untouchable, That's When, From the Vault, Hours, Superman, and Bejeweled. So you know what's weird? She puts these like out of order at the end. She could have put Bejeweled because let me show you how she did it. She put the songs like almost in order. Because you have these songs, and then you have Betty and Willow. If it was in order, she would have put Willow above Betty, and then she also would have put Bejeweled up there. Bejeweled is at the end for some reason, and she also would have put Speak Now above Fearless. So for some reason, it's out of order, which is weird. I feel like that's kind of weird. And then we have Today. This is the last thing. We have Today. Taylor Nation posts a video where they do an old Taylor Swift Easter egg thing. Taylor Swift used to put I think she put it in her vinyls and CDs, because it has lyric booklets, and she would capitalize random letters and they would spell out messages, and she did that with Glitch, and we didn't know about it until today. The word it spells is hereby. In the caption, it says, "Can you find today's word?" Today's word is conduct, and it was found in Peace from Folklore. Together, it is hereby conduct. So it makes me think of some things. It makes me think, you know how people have posted things on their Instagram stories being like, I claim being keeper of the black dog, or I claim being handler of the manuscript, or something like that, stuff like that. And it makes me think, if it were an actual thing, it'd be I hereby conduct you as keeper of the black dog. Maybe that's what she's saying, or I hereby conduct this album something. I hereby conduct this song something. It makes me think of stuff like that. I hereby conduct Joe something. I hereby conduct this love something. The love they had, not the song. The love they had something. I don't know. So that's pretty much it. That's all I have. So yeah, that was kind of a shock to everyone when Taylor Nation came out with that, because I'm just surprised no one saw that. Like, maybe they, like, recently changed that. Like, maybe it wasn't like that before, and they recently changed that just to do this. I don't know. But, even, what if it was like that the whole time and we just never knew? Like, I feel like that's kind of unlikely. Like, have you seen us, Swifties? Like, that's kind of unlikely, I feel like. So I think they changed it recently, and I want to know when they changed it.